Vandeham Sri Guru.
The following is a morning walk conversation with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on the 6th of February 1976 in Mayapur, India.
Sri Rupam Chakrajatam.
Absorbed in thinking that, for example, in this material world, the sunset is very nice or something is very nice. But, if, for example, in Mayapur, is a devotee free to, for example, enjoy the all the scenery without?
Do you think Mayapur material world?
No.
Why was that?
That's what I was thinking. That is. This is our
That
happiness.
is called Dham. Dham means not material world. Goloka Dham. Vrindavan Dham. The Dham is not material world. Not visible with these eyes. Similarly, Dham also is not visible with these eyes. Manjana churita bhakti vilochanena santas sadaiva hridaya sumila. That is Dham, Premanjana.
As you're always saying, Prabhupada, these people are not becoming purified. There's one man who Jagadish mentioned. He's the most famous Christian preacher practically in the Western world. And now he's becoming older, about 60. And recently they asked him that if you could live your life again, would you live the same life or a different life? So he said, I'm very sorry because I spent too much of my time preaching. I should have spent more time with my family. Yes, at the end of life, he said, I accepted too many invitations to go preach.
That'll make him more popular, and they'll say he's more religious.
Dhundanti, aghang dhundanti kasnena nihara miva bhaskara. This is Krishna. In 1 second, he can make it purify. Aham pa sarva papi bhamma kush mashe. Simply surrender.
Seems like our desire not to surrender is very powerful, because Krishna
Not
is
powerful. Yes, powerful.
Krishna is so powerful, and yet our nonsense is so strong that we can resist such a powerful force as Krishna's love.
Now the whole sky is clear. Hundreds of miles.
Prabhupada, you wrote in a letter to Bhagavan, you said that originally the Europeans had Aryan-type culture, but that they had become degraded.
Still Aryan. Europeans and Aryan, Indo-Aryan. That is admitted in history.
You said that they became degraded by
association, these aborigines.
Who are the aborigines they associated with?
Everywhere there are aborigines. In India there is still aborigines. Adivasi.
You were saying, Prabhupada, the Huns.
Huns.
Yeah, Huns. They were considered like that?
Yes. Huns are also lower than the Sudras. Chandalas. Dog eaters. Animal eaters. And this European historians, the aborigines, their original father.
Their what, Prabhupada?
Original father.
Original father.
Yes, they are your original father.
No, the aborigines, the naked junglis, they were original person. Do they know?
Before that, there was the caveman.
Caveman, that is aborigine.
Yeah. And before the caveman was the missing link.
And he has known missing link.
They don't know who they're missing because he's missing.
Let's see the imagination. Fanatic imagination. He's creating a theory, a species.
Missing link species. And they have models of this link.
They know it. It's still
Although
missing.
it's missing.
Missing means they know only, or he knows.
When I was preaching in California, one very famous anthropologist came to speak there, and he gave a new theory about the origin of the species. So he said before, in the audience, he said that actually we have very little evidence for this theory. But he said that we have very little evidence for this theory, but he said that all of you should not be disturbed because our previous theory we had no evidence whatsoever. So this is an improvement.
He admitted.
Yes.
He just said that was nonsense. And it's still a nonsense going on. Yeah. So you are dealing with all nonsense. Don't be disappointed.
I had another professor, he was very world famous geneticist from genetics. And I remember when I was a student there, he was always trying to prove there was no God. That was his mission. And so he was in so much anxiety. He's an older man that he would simply stand up every day and shake. During the whole class he was actually shaking with anxiety. He could hardly speak. He was famous scientist.
Why you are shaking?
He was in so much anxiety. He was very, very nervous. He would just shake. Always trying to prove there is no God.
Society, and they are advocating no temple or deity worship. So one boy, so he was a member of this society. There is Sitala Mata, the goddess of smallpox. So he had some trouble in the house, smallpox. So he thought of going to the Sitala Mata's temple. So he's entering the temple and seeing this mother, I am a devotee, but they will tax me, therefore I'm going to. Hare Krishna. So this man, he is afraid of God, but he has to preach there is no God. So he has people. The living entity is victimized, and in this life you can adventure to conquer over.